It is wonderful to see you back here.
You're back! Nice to see you again. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with... However, if you're flying high above them...
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a... Do be careful, of course. I look forward to our next meeting.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. Revelio.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms. Or called it... We can't simply fiddle with history.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour, but...
If only 2 bells are left.
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in... You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside in the bell tower.
Someone as young as me could save my uncle's life.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio.
like to say that.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade is the only rule-winning
Alohomora. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. 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 Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Bells must be upstairs. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. Wingardium Leviosa. One up, one to go. Revelio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't. Revelio. Revelio.
I took my copy of 1,000 magical herbs and fungi to her, and I
Revelio.
Are the mandrake seedlings. Sharp was horrified I didn't have it for his class. Said I need to get my priorities.
I can't memorize anything.
Revelio. The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for... Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. You don't know how much this means, for me and for Hogwarts.
Revelio. Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost... I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak...
Believe it or not, It's in...
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak?
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt... Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and... How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll...
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself...
What? But, sir, I haven't been any...
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have... On your way, Miss...
Well, there's one for my diary.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Obviously, the best greenhouse is the one with the dangerous plants.
Last time I saw the dragon, I was a pleasure back to the greenhouse.
If someone gets struck by it. Bit of snot on your nose. Thought you'd want to know. Lies the lady, isn't it?
The headmaster shows no compassion. I deserve a location award.
Owls, fascinating. Professor Black, how are...
Mr. Gaunt! Where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes! Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. Chewy?
Something is very wrong. Tuber pus. Moustache paste?
fills our stone hearts with joy to be in the place.
House ghosts can procure rancid meat.
Professor Howe.
If you step in the wrong place and become engulfed in a
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student.
A silly game. You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
It's the headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible...
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh. Very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. Attention. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Revelio. Lumos.
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
When mentor and student collide, a path must be chosen.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio. Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Lumos. Toujours pure. Revelio. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. That must be the pedestal. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right. Best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. I need to time this just right. They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible. They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power. Bombarder!
Bombarda. Depulso. Descendo. Defendo. Bombarda. Bombarda. Depulso. Defender. Descender. Bombarda. Defender. Descender. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Protego. Superfly. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Stupefy. Defender. Bombarda. Descender. Defender. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Bombarda. Protego. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Defender. Defender. Bombarda. Descender. Bombarda. Protego. Stupefy. Defender. Depulso. Bombarda. Bombarda. Defender. Protego. Stupefy. Bombarda. Defender. Depulso. Bombarda.
Defender! Depulso! Stupid one! Depulso! Descender! Defender! Bombarder! Depulso! Defender! Descender! Bombarder! Defender! Descender! Bombarder! Depulso! Protego! Bombarder! Defender! Bombarder! Defender! Descender! Depulso! Bombarder! Bombarder! Defender!
Stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Neve! We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was
remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Revelio.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least make...
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned... Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix gnat he mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it.
Deke thinks so. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for... Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and...
know which or... That's the student
Bombarda.
who... I feel as though I'm not alone. Let's use the... Old defense and...
Descendo.
You won't be able to
Bombarda.
There's that.
Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. Glacius. Revelio. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Glacius. Revelio. Revelio.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
Your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now.
Of course.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. And we'll only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse in a fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family.
Good luck with Ominous.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet. See you soon.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the...
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would... She likely told other professors, and unfortunately, she might...
If she knew more about what you've done...
If she knew any more about what I've...
I'm sorry. Has offered...
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs... If someone had stopped the monsters like him in my...
What exactly happened to you?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill.
Galloping? Your father...
He could become the most majestic giraffe. And we were on our way home. When we surprised it, one of them saw me, just as he removed a scarf.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me, and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they and then he was gone. And...
Your fault?
He died protecting me. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but a few years later, we left.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is...
What does your mother think about all of it?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellence. She misses him. As do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need, but that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think your father would approve?
Oh my, that is a good question. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. And I think he would have enjoyed...
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through.
He was. Truly, we all have our burdens. My father...
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention. We are making progress, and we will. Thank you again for saving...
Protego!
You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio. Go!
Slow down now. There we go. No need to race now, my friend.
Potato! Stupefy! Bombarda! Descendo!
Cruising!
Descendo! Bombarda! Potato! Stupefy! Glacius! Imperio! Revelio! Agria! Bombarda! Imperial! Glacius! Bombarda! Glacius! Descendo! Bombarda! Imperial! Confringo! Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Confringo! Imperial! Confringo! Bombarda! Descendo! Glacius! Cruising! Glacius! Descendo! Glacius! Protego! Stupefy! Bombarda! Stupefy! Cruising! Stupefy! Bombarda! Revelio!
I could be used for better things than this so-called patrol.
Triplicus Totalis.
Always my turn for control.
Revelio. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise. Revelio. Revelio. Triplicus Totalis.
There's a hole in my pocket.
Revelio.
Those goblins in my family weren't the mine. Such a sound.
Bombarda. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
Not quiet enough.
Bombarda. Descendo. Glaciers. Bombarda. Descendo. Bombarda. Revelio.
Fancy myself.
Triplicus Totalis.
Fancy I'll have my own operation. People working for me. Oh.
Revelio. Bombarda.
What there? Oh, that was meant for me. Kill cells glance off of me.
Glacier.
A miss.
Descendo. Revelio.
Reparo. Revelio.
This looks intriguing.
Bombarda. Revelio.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
Petrificus Totalis. Revelio.
Bombarda. Wait a moment.
Revelio.
I've been fighting since before you.
That was unimpressive.
Revelio. 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 Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.